Our project is on using the Huron water currents for electricity. So hydropower is the most efficient way to generate electricity. Modern hydro turbines can convert as much as 90% of the available energy into electricity, and the best fossil fuel plants are only about 50% efficient. So our plan is to place a hydraulic turbine in the Huron River to generate cleaner and more efficient energy for our community here in Dexter. We would place a hydraulic turbine that generates 100 kilowatts a day, which can power around 100 homes and businesses. We would be using the current from the Huron River and using it to make electricity. The Huron River through Dexter flows at a constant mean rate of about 106 cubic feet per second. This flow rate can easily be used as energy, and the Huron River is right in downtown Dexter, making it accessible. This project would take anywhere from 2 to 4 years to complete due to how long it takes to secure the environmental consents, which are normally 9 to 18 months, and the long lead time on the hydro turbine, which is normally 6 to 12 months. Plus, of course, this is a sustainable amount of engineering design work and construction time. But normally a 100 kilowatt hydraulic turbine takes about an average of 3 years. As this project would take a decent amount of time to install, these turbines usually last longer than 50 years, operating reliably and efficiently.
Here are the details associated with the construction of our hydraulic turbine. To get a 100 kilowatts maximum power output, the cost of the entire project would be around $644,000. We would have the city of Dexter pay for the cost of this project because we are the ones who will be using it in the future. In order to build the turbines, we would also need an environmental license to be able to install this type of machinery in the river. As for environmental concerns, these hydraulic turbines do not pollute the water or air. However, they can take up space to get the electricity, which can potentially be harmful to animals that have to relocate their habitats. A hydroelectric turbine functions by converting the energy of flowing water into mechanical energy. A hydroelectric generator converts this mechanical energy into electricity. The operation of the generator is based on the principles discovered by Faraday. He found that when a magnet is moved past a conductor, it causes electricity to flow. In a large generator, electromagnets are made by circulating direct current through loops of wire around stacks of magnetic steel laminations. These are called field poles and are mounted on the perimeter of the rotor. The rotor is attached to the turbine shaft and rotates at a fixed speed. When the rotor turns, it causes the field poles, the electromagnets, to move past the conductors mounted on the stator. This in turn causes electricity to flow at a voltage to develop at the generator output terminals.
Electricity daily and yearly operation costs. So hydraulic power is the cheapest way to generate electricity today. Producing electricity from hydraulic turbines is cheap because once the equipment has been installed, the energy source, flowing water, is free. The only costs associated with these are doing cleaning of the debris in the turbine. The biggest maintenance task is keeping the intake screen clear of debris, and particularly during the autumn period or after a heavy rain. So by keeping the turbine clear, we can have all the machinery working properly to get the most efficient way to get energy. This would also keep the hydraulic systems from potentially breaking and making them last as long as possible. This cleaning should be done around every 5 years, depending on the weather, and is usually around $5K every time to clean these turbines. So why it matters to Dexter. So this investment in this new electricity source is beneficial to our community by being renewable. Hydraulic energy is classified as a renewable energy source because it is powered by water, and water is naturally replenishing resource. Also, by having no emissions. Other fossil fuels, such as coal burning, put CO2 into the air, which contributes to global warming, and hydraulic turbines don't emit any emissions, so it's very environmental friendly. Being safe and reliable. These turbines are both safe and reliable resources to get energy, as they can last for more than 50 years. And the operations of these machines are a lot more safe to get power rather than working in a nuclear power plant. So if we were to get this clean energy source, it would help Dexter, as we could use free flowing energy in our downtown to use for our businesses, such as local restaurants. We could make sure that even in natural disasters, when power lines go down, we could still get electricity One example is if we would have installed one of these turbines before the Dexter tornado, we would still be able to get power to neighborhoods and businesses that had none. And then these are our sources.